Hear the voice of the bard, who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole and fallen light renew. O earth, return! Arise out of the dewy grass. Night has worn and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while without turn away. The starry floor, the watery shore, he has given thee to the break of day. Good to be with you, my friends. It is I, your spiritual entertainer. Nothing more, nothing less, your bard, with your comedy and spirituality in the morning time. And our good Mills Coolin is here. Good to see you. And Trevor. Oh, good to see you, Trevor. And the Reverend Swiftwind Aquarius Cobain is here, who's in charge of all of our spirituality on our Discord channel. And the Goblin, of course. We love our Goblin folk that come here. And happy birthday to you, our good friend Mills, celebrating life. You know, we really appreciate you being here and sharing this special day with us, Mills, as you are getting older. They say as you get older, you get wiser, right? Well, how come some old people are just, there's no wisdom there, right? What is the journey of wisdom? Where does it begin? Does it begin in a religion? Does it begin in a cave? Does it begin in literature, reading of books? Where does wisdom come from, right? How does one become wise? Because we know that old people are not wise, right? So where does wisdom come from? You know, nobody can make you spiritual. Nobody can make you wise. No books, no religions. They don't have the power to do that. No special people, no gurus. Only you have the power, and it's all inside of you. If you're willing to make that inward journey, if you're willing to seek out your greatness within, that's when the wisdom begins to shine for others, right? That's when they begin to say, you are a place of wisdom. You know, that's when it is seen, right? There's practical wisdom, of course. When you're older, you learn from your mistakes. But wisdom is a lady. Wisdom is a presence at the right time and at the right place. And to be a vessel for her, you have to be willing to take that inward journey. Super Scott, good to have you here. Our good friend, the Guna is here. The book of Gunacide is good. Yeah, that was a disturbing phenomena, right? This Gunacide happened, 2 years ago? The Gooning phenomena was birthed by a total tragedy of a family man who couldn't control himself. This gentleman, unfortunately, he was in a drive-through getting a hamburger, and he was doing his business and got caught. And he ended up taking his own life because people were taking pictures of it, right? You know, think about that for a moment. This gentleman, he didn't start out that way in life. He made terrible decisions that enslaved him, right? Whatever he was involved in, it enslaved him to his desires. You know, having a desire to be loved and having a desire to be touched in the deepest way by another person is natural. But we make it unnatural when we turn it into something that dominates and controls our life, where we don't operate in freedom from our desires. We become no different than like a goat. Now, if you know anything about goats, they are terribly nasty animals. I mean, they're adorable, but they pleasure their own selves all the time in every way you could imagine, right? The goat. Yeah, you're not a goat. You have these desires for survival, but you are not bound by them, right? When you choose to enslave yourself to your desires, you might be that gentleman that was in the drive-through, right? I mean, that's a terrible story. Um, yeah, let's see here. Yeah, what is one lost soul? Can you save us here? Hands a bag of septums. Would you tell us the tale of the dragonborn? You already know the tale, my friend. The dragonborn, right? You know, the dragonborn tale is something that shouldn't be told anymore. What the hell's wrong with you, Bethesda? Why are you milking this shit out? 15 goddamn years and no new Elder Scrolls game. This is what the hell are you people doing, right? Like and subscribe, my friends, as you come in. Spiritual entertainment, 7 days a week. Celebrating our friend Milskin's birthday today. Thank you, Bobby. God bless you too. This is cool, but what about the future? What about the future? There's no future. There's no past. There's only now, as Alan Watts said. Your future is something that exists in your mind, right? There is no future. We know from our sciences that there is no future. Our physics, there's certainly a past, but there's no future. Why are you living in the future? Start living now, right? Dylan, what's going on with you? Oh, damn. Oh, man. Who gave a fundamentalist Christian membership here? Shit. Oh, man. Well, Dylan, you are free to express your religion, but you know something? I don't want to wait to Jesus' return. I want to see Jesus now. Can you show me Jesus? I don't want to wait for a return. I want to see him now. Where is he at? God is Lord. Or is he really? Ara, good to see you. Visualize the future, and it will manifest over time. One of the things about visualization is sometimes your vision is rooted in illusion and desires that do not really fulfill you, right? So just because, like, if I want to visualize a bank account filled with $1 million, right? That is an illusion, right? There are certainly energies in the universe that we draw power from, and there is a plan, there is a destiny. That is something you should be working with in terms of visualization. And in order to have that proper vision, purification of heart is necessary. When you are bound up in all of these illusions, you know, you are going to go astray with your visualization, right? You will go from one form of enslavement to the next, right? This is what's wrong with a lot of these, like, prosperity messages that you find in the New Age movement and in Christianity. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be wealthy and healthy and wise, but there's a process for that, right? One that does not enslave you. Thank you, my friend. Our friend Mr. Gooney here, he is saving us from future goonicides. He is goonicide prevention unit right here in our chat. Very correct. Well, thank you, Reverend Aquarius here. Thank Commentary Connoisseur, our good friend. Thank you for giving the gift of membership to our friends here. It's always nice to see you, our friend Commentary Connoisseur. Are you up in Canada, right? You're up in Canada, or are you in the UK? You are now cursed. I reject your curse. I reject your curse. There's only good things in store for you. Now, shit happens, right? Now, if you are of the mentality of, you know, in terms of visualization, as our Reverend Aquarius here is talking about, if you cannot avoid these difficult things in life, but when they happen, that will not detour the value that you are seeking in life. They will add to it. And that is a mystery, that we can draw power from the shit that happens to us, right? I grew up in a torture chamber. I had nothing left but to visualize a good ending, right? That was all that I had. And now there's something of power there, right? Through going through this process. Yeah, fuck off, Lakeisha. Yeah. Let's see here. You're a sick bitch. Goodbye. Toilet paper slogan, shit happens. Yeah. Is this satanic ritual? Oh, man. We love these people, don't we? We love them. You leave Satan out of this, damn it. Satan has enough problems being the puppet of the divine universal lawgiver. He's got enough on his plate. Love and possibility, community love, message love, you all. Thank you. Commentary connoisseur, we really appreciate your wanting to spread this great message of love. Jesus loves you guys. He died for you. Caradwin loves you. She stirred her cauldron for you for a whole year. Yeah. Jesus is not dead. Neither is Caradwin. Caradwin is not dead. She is very much alive. Yeah. Caradwin's not dead. Jesus is a Muslim. Yeah, Caradwin's a Muslim too. Why not? Let's do it. Yeah. Odin's a Muslim. Yeah. Thor's a Muslim. Zeus is a Muslim. Let's keep going with it, right? Yeah. Don't you love how these Muslims, they want to make all the people they like Muslims? They go back in the Bible. Oh, they're all Muslims? Yes. Yeah, sure they are. Caradwin loves you, damn it. God is good, certainly. Hell Girl is here, our favorite Satanist from the UK. Oh, what do we hear? Hidden Agent Istiff. Your secret signs are broken. Your hand clasps are cut and raws. Fire destroys your power. You have no standing, Ma'at. You are bound, erased, and consumed by fire. Oh, thank you, our good Egyptian law swinger here. We appreciate you defeating the dark forces of imbalance in the cosmos through the articulation of Egyptian law and mythology. Yes, we must put it up. You find the same components in every mythology, right? And some mythology does it better. I mean, there's nothing like some good Egyptian mythology, right? I was first exposed, like many people in the 80s, to the Egyptian mythology by what? Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? Indiana Jones. That's what really fired that Egyptian mythology up, right? For a lot of people during that time period. Otherwise, you wouldn't have really known much about it, right? Yeah, the Indiana Jones saga, right? All of these beautiful films, what do? They help you to see into the culture and mystery of our ancestors in a very unique way that inspires you, right? I mean, think about how many people watched Indiana Jones in the 80s and now are real archaeologists, right? The archaeologist is an awesome job. I mean, it's difficult when you're digging and shit like that. I mean, that's rough work, right? It is difficult work, some of our archaeologists. Thanks to our technology today, it's much easier than it was 50 years ago, right? And these people going out and discovering these secrets of our ancestors, we are in for some big surprises in the next 50 years. In terms of what our ancestors knew. Well, especially using artificial intelligence. AI cracked cuneiform tablets, how the message is in them. I mean, AI has been a great tool for translations and deciphering, right? You've never seen the Indiana Jones film. You learn from the gods themselves. Well, we appreciate that. I had to go through Indiana Jones, but are you a reincarnation of one of the pharaohs or something? Indiana Jones are okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, back in the 80s, Indiana Jones and Star Wars, that was the shit back then. What am I? I'm an entertainer, Recon. I'm an entertainer. Yeah, for the small price of a cup of coffee, you could help a bard out. Thank you, my friend. Uh, you absolutely used AI to cast a spell. Yeah, AI could be a good thing for helping you write spells, right? You put your ideas in. Now, some people have great ideas, but they don't have the power to um, put it in together in terms of like I didn't learn how to read and write when I was 20. My writing is terrible. So when I write a bunch of shit out, I ask my AI, can you put this in a few paragraphs for me? Make sure the grammar is good. It takes all of my ideas and puts it into a formula where people can read it, right? I am very grateful to AI to be able to articulate my madness that I have up in here. Because when I start writing, it just all comes out, and people don't understand it at all. But AI helps articulate and translate my madness for people to comprehend. Uh, you look like you need a job. Why would you say that? Why can't this be my job? I get paid for it. Well, why is this not a valid form of employment? Right? Why can't I do this for a job? I do this for a job, 40 hours a week. Today I'll be on here tonight again. We have a Christian mission that we're going to be streaming from. It's 7 Days to Die Christian server. We go out and save zombie souls, right? There's Christians have Minecraft, Christians have Roblox. Where's all the people saving the zombie souls? Only here we have a mission where we go out and bring the light to the zombies. Yeah. You want my spell? No, I don't do spells. My voice is a spell. The power of the bard, the voice of the bard gets into your heart. That is my spell turning. Is AI stealing water? Water is the ultimate replenishable resource. That is a propaganda lie that AI is wasting water. That is now AI in terms of its resources is certainly is something we should learn efficiency with, as we should with all of our other things that draw upon the world we live in. You know, what I think is fascinating that these people that whine about AI using resources, I bet your video game system uses more energy than my kitchen. All right, they love complaining about resource use, but when you go in their house, their Xbox system is all set up, draining all kinds of energy and power, more than most other forms of civilization. Right? It's easy to complain about it. AI fundamentalism is on the rise. AI fundamentalism gives people a sense of purpose by making AI look bad. Now, there's certainly things worthy of criticism in AI, but these people go around to people who use AI and try to make them feel guilty and shameful, and it makes them feel good about themselves. But at the same time, these people are using AI all the time. I mean, it's really the greatest form of hypocrisy. They're like Christians, basically, right? The bard tried to entertain me with spiritual comedy. Christian tried to scare me with empty threats. I am entertained, and I ain't scared of shit, right? The data centers use water. They use millions, and the reason they do that is because the resources need to get heated up. Their facilities, they need water. Yeah, and what the idea of water as wasted is a lie. The water is the ultimate element here in this world. You cannot waste it. We can create water. I mean, it's not hard. We have all the technology to make water. I mean, the water is the ultimate resource here. It's not going anywhere. There's no wasting it, right? You probably all the humans together probably waste more water than a data center. I mean, it's really ridiculous. There's better arguments against AI than the idea of wasting water. I mean, that's ridiculous. Yeah, build them near the ocean. That's a good idea. This is something we need to be on board with. The data centers are here to stay. We should make them accountable and help them to draw, like this is a good idea, build them near oceans. That is a great idea right there. You see that? Build them in the ocean. There's another idea, right? There's in my organization, the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids, our website is run through AI, and the person that manages it has a wonderful AI that is regulated by EU standards, that doesn't use as much resources as other forms of AI. That's a start, right? You should always be seeking sufficiency in what you're doing, in your technologies, right? Making them better. The idea that you can guilt and shame people out of it, it's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. Antarctica, there you go. I mean, that Antarctica would be a great place, right? Because you have all of that ice, that perpetual cold there, right? See, these are good ideas, right? That people should be having conversations with, right? You can't let these people, by going and hiding in a cave, you're letting these people have free reign. You need to hold them accountable. It's here to stay. It needs laws, right? Where I live, there's a congressman right now in the state of Florida. He is trying to put some rules for AI in terms of the use of children in schools, because there's no rules. AI is going to replace your teachers. That's going to happen in terms of public school. Public school system is pretty shitty to begin with, right? I like the old school teacher model, like what's his name? Shit, it slipped my mind. What is going on? I don't know. Kiki, penguins can work at the AI center. Kiwi. Oh, man. Gators for data centers. Yeah. AI pictures should not be copyrighted. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Copywriting AI, right? Now, the ideas that you use. See, this morning, before I got on, I took somebody, I like using those wizard postings, the wizard memes, and I make them come to life with my AI. I put my input into it, right? And the image comes to life. You know, these ideas, I think, when you being guiding your AI, those are unique, right? How you guide it is unique, but the images themselves, no. You love AI uses for art and videos. Yeah, you have a lot of fun with it, right? You could do things you'd never thought you could do. Like, I'm a dungeon master. I run a D&D table every Friday. We stream it here. And I've used AI to give pictures of the dungeon rooms. See, I could certainly tell the people about it, right? But when they see those images, it is so helpful for them to immerse themselves in the environment, right? Am I a wizard? In the evenings, I'm a wizard. In the mornings, I'm a bard. Yeah. Large, it's a pentagram or pentangle, whatever the hell you want. A lot of dumb people, so AI is dumb. Yeah, we need to, AI is pretty dumb. You have to educate it, right? Don't forget, my friends, hit the like button as you're coming in. Spiritual entertainment, 7 days a week. I am here for you. Anything made through digital means it's still art. Yeah, it is a form of art. It's not the same kind as a painting that you put on the wall. That's unique, right? I think it's beautiful what AI can take modern art. Now, AI slop is something I'm not interested in. The idea that you're going to just make a whole presentation with the AI and not really get you put your heart and soul in it. I mean, to me, that stuff is boring. When I see AI movies, I just I ignore it. I'm not interested in that. AI music as well. That's not for me. Now, you might have a fun idea that you use the AI to make your music with. I don't have a problem with that. It's just not for me. It doesn't appeal to me. When I listen to music, I want to touch someone's heart, right? I want to see where they're at. When I'm reading a story, I want to be, I have a communion with the person that is the author through the story they're telling. AI doesn't do that for me. Yeah. Let's see here. AI doesn't exist to make art. You are confusing the term AI with LM. I can do whatever I want to. I mean, it's my show. Uh, let's see here. Can you explain what? What do you want me to explain? What's with the pentagram? It's a pentangle, and it's a symbol of my ancestors. My bardic cloak, my walking stick, the rabbit, these are all symbols of my Welsh ancestors. You know, the symbols they used. My ancestors were Celts. I am not a Celt, but I certainly honor their traditions. I am a member of an order of, who have continued the tradition, the order of Bards, and Druids. My ancestors are important to me, so I honor them with these symbols, right? It does represent the elements, yeah. You don't know the answer to the question. What is the question? You have to understand something. I can't read all your questions here. I get thousands of comments. Now, if you do a super chat, I see that immediately. Or if you're a member and you highlight your message in green, I can see it. But on average, we got 2,000 to 4,000 chats in every show here. I cannot read them all, so I apologize. AI should not be able to use artists' work for training data without their permission. Once someone's art is available to the world in public use, I mean, think of all the Mona Lisas that have been repainted, right? Yeah, the originality has its own context, but the idea that I cannot use an image and continue my creativity with that is erroneous. Yeah. Spawnism, yeah. What are we playing? Roblox here? Yeah, my kids were talking about Spawnism as a religion within Roblox, right? It's very interesting. Am I familiar with Weenuts? No, I never even heard of that before. My wife's looking at me. What is a Weenuts? Yeah. Do you know what a Weenut is, honey? God bless me. Thank you. You wasted question asking if you could answer a question. Zerg, my friend. Yeah. It's a bad cult. Yeah. It's some of these things are for humor, right? They are ridiculous, right? They're people having fun. They're not real cults, like Lord Nicholas. Those people are just, it's all comedy there. Lord Nicholas, he might be mentally insane. I don't know. I think he's doing that to have a good time, and his community is having a good time. And I have a good time with those people, right? Any tips on how to beat BG3 on honor mode? Oh, shit. Run ahead. There are some battles you don't have to fight. Like, I got all the Steam achievements. You want me to look into the god to it? They hate Weenut. Yeah, Komet. Yeah, I don't know all your Egyptian lore, my friend. You have to educate us. Educate us. Now, Baldur's Gate 3, you can run through some of the battles. You don't have to do them at all, right? Like at the end, that is the most difficult battles because there's several of them. When you're at the end game, you can just run ahead, right, through most of that and save your time. Let's see here. Mega Bauer, you're a pervert. Yeah. Do the ancestors communicate to you? Some druids talk to the ancestors, as far as I know. Their memory is present, but I never hear like an ancestor say hello, right? The presence of the ancestors as a memory is certainly here, but I never like talk to them. I can't. My wife, she can hear. She's a medium. I cannot hear. I feel. Every now and then I can hear something, but it mostly comes from presence and symbol. So I don't have that gift to hear from the ancestors. Yeah. Let's see here. Everyone's got their shtick. That is, yeah, certainly. Writing a prompt is not effort. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Yeah. What a joy to see you this fine morning. Thank you, George, our Lord George here. We appreciate you being here. Christoph, what are you talking about? I can't read your books. I'm illiterate. You'll have to tell me what you're talking about, sir. Good costume helps with the stick. It's not a costume. I wear a costume in the evening when I dress up as a wizard. Voice of the Bard is a continuation of the ancestral memory. I am a member of an order of bards. We wear these cloaks ritualistically. So it's not a costume. It's a symbol of my ancestors. Yeah. Now, if you come in the evening, I have a wizard costume on. Now, tonight I'll have a clergy shirt on because we're going to try to convert zombies to the light. That is a costume. Yeah. I followed your advice for the next session for a baby. I was asking a while ago about a werewolf friend who got like a 14, natural 20. You see, you're breeding with werewolves? Is that what you're doing? Oh my, I'm a heathen. The background and the staff. I mean, these are ancestral symbols. This is a symbol. The pentangle is a very important symbol for my Celtic ancestors, right? It's all part of the shtick, yeah. Elvis is the only king, right, Duke Luke? Elvis is the only king here, right? Repetition. Repetition or renewal, right? Repetition is just repeating a phrase. Ritualistic use of the phrase is a way to go deeper, right? This is something that I think a lot of people don't get in terms of repetition, in terms of like a sacred word or the wheel of the year, right? You don't repeat it just to do it over and over again, right? The repetition is an invitation to go deeper into the mystery, to participate at a greater level. You're supposed to be going deeper and deeper. Think of a shovel. You're digging in your backyard, a hole. You keep going deeper and deeper with every scoop, right? So when you're doing a ritual, whatever rituals they may be, it is not the same ritual as you just did. There's a different scoop of soil that you're digging into, right? That is what makes rituals powerful. Not the repeating them, but I used to lead liturgies in the Christian church, right? So I had to study all different forms of liturgy. And what's unfortunate, people don't get it. They think it's just repetition. They think because the philosophy that they have for their ritual is one day we're going to get out of here. So none of this matters. Well, that really takes away from the ritual. The ritual should be a renewal, and a renewal in the sense of going deeper. Like when you have a marriage, the mating ritual. Your rituals with your lover, the love is supposed to be deeper each time, right? That is the idea. Let's see here. If it wasn't for Paul, y'all be worshiping Stephen. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Paul really designated the biblical theology for modern Christians because they ignore the Gospels. For instance, Jesus says in the Gospel of Matthew that you should be following all the laws, not 10. He says, those who teach less will be less in the kingdom of God. Well, Paul said the law is arbitrary. The law is only a teacher. That's not what Jesus taught, right? Or at least the biblical Jesus, right? It was just not real to begin with. Regeneration, return, right? Yeah, when you regenerate, what do? Are you the same person? No, you're not. You are a different mode of existence. That the idea of resurrection, for instance, when you are resurrected, you have the same body, but it's different. It's renewed. It's transformed. It has new quality, right? All of these mythologies are very important for us for our rituals, right? This is your people's medicine. Hail Cthulhu, my friend. Hail Cthulhu. How's my turtle? My turtle's wonderful. I'll show her to you in a few minutes when I walk my wife out here. She's about to leave for the office here. Everything Piccolo regenerated. We're getting into the Dragon Balls now, right? The Druids were philosophers, astrologers, poets. They were smart for their time. See, all of what you just said, there's no historical evidence for, right? We have a few historical documents that talk about Druids. They were certainly of the priestly class. But all of this stuff here is what a bard would do, right? The bards continued the Druidic tradition. The Druids were eliminated by the Romans, right? The historical Druids. But the spirituality continued on. And all of these things that you mentioned is what we find in the history of the bardic tradition, which was kept alive by our Welsh friends, right? They continue that today. Most of the bardic tradition that I've seen, it's ritualistically honoring the ancestors through ritual and poetry and stuff like that, right? Much of the substance, that eludes us into what they actually did like 2,000 years ago. We have to recapitulate. We have to reform, re-understand that based on our spirituality of today. The idea of a proto-Druid really is something that we assume based on how we understand the idea of a Druid as being one connected to the natural, right? Acts confirms Paul, Luke, and Peter. Yeah, well, Acts is all made up, right? It is a mythology. There's nothing, you can't prove that any of these people were real, right? Moorish sailors and traders, North African scholars, symbols, crescent motifs, that blended early Celtic network. Yeah, see, the Celts were influenced by the Greeks. They were influenced. My research says that they were influenced by also First Temple Judaism. The idea that they did not receive any influence. Everything's connected in the ancient world, right? The Greeks wrote about them, and they were the beasties. Yeah, there was some Greek authors that did write about Druids, right? The Romans, but they didn't know the sure what they did. Yeah. What you find in the Roman literature mostly is propaganda to, eliminate their enemies, right? Every leader of a nation will say something bad about their enemies, right? You believe rituals mostly used to give men control over women? Yeah, prove it. The Greeks stole Kemet? No, they didn't. The idea of stealing in the ancient world is a farce. You have all the Egyptians were influenced by others as well. You continue a mythology of your neighbors in your own way. That we all tell the same stories, but we all put our spin on it in terms of our cultural experience. When are you going to eat the breadstick? Give me $20 first. Can you control women? I want to be controlled by women. My wife's a goddess. Why would I want to be control her? I want her to run the show. The Romans saying that Druids sacrificed children. Yeah, that's all bullshit. Yeah. I am made to control the majority. Kneel down to you. Give me $20. Give me $20 first. Good answer. Yeah. Kate Lee Negra Gravy is your name. 861. What is this? I'm an entertainer. I mix comedy and spirituality together here every day. I just mainly talk to whatever you people want to talk about, really, right? And if no one's talking, then I'll start talking about something, right? Humans are humans. They spread propaganda. Much love. Yeah, we do that, don't we? We do that. Are you an alien? What planet are you from? The Roman propaganda, the Druids, is not a historical. Because when you're reading propaganda, there's no guarantee that it's true, right? The idea that Druids murdered children and stuff. The truth of child sacrifice, human sacrifice, that was in every culture, right? That just because it's in your culture doesn't mean it's universal, right? Like the Aztecs, for instance. Not all Aztecs in their religion were into the sacrifice. Only the people in charge were. There are people who continue the Aztec religion, and they say that was bad, right? Just because there's nowhere there was not human sacrifice. All ancient civilizations did it. I mean, that is a historical truth. The idea that you want to use it as a form to make a certain culture look bad is really erroneous, right? You are from Uranus. Well, get out of there. I have enough problems up there. You are a Nordic pagan? Wonderful. Is this a satanic channel? No, I'm just an entertainer. There's no devils here unless you bring them, sir. Christ is your Lord. Ceridwen is my queen. Yeah. You're still crying? Yes, we're whining here. Got my diaper out. Yep. All right, let me wipe. I gotta walk my wife out here. I'll bring the tortoise to you. Come on, honey. You know I can't get aroused before you leave. It's not fair to me. Stop touching me there. Stop touching me there. All right. All right, my friends, here she comes, waking up from her cold night. We shut the heat lamp off at night so they can have like an evening of darkness to sleep in. There she is. Isn't she adorable? You see this beautiful creature right here? Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that something that just speaks to your heart, right? Why do animals speak to your heart, right? Because that's your nature, right? You are a loving being. The animals show you the best in you, right? You see her? Look at how adorable she is. She is looking at you. Animals bring out your best nature, my friends. Your nature is one of loving, right? No matter how terrible you things you've done, when you see that animal coming around the corner, what do you want to do? You want to love it, right? Because that's truly who you are. You are a lover. You're not terrible. Don't let your things define you, right? Your bad choices, don't let them define you, my friends. You are lovers, all of you. All right, let's put her back into a heat lamp. Into the heat lamp you go, my tortoise. There you are. Oh, all right. Spiritual entertainment, my friends. Comedy and spirituality together in one place. Don't forget, at the top of your screen is a like button. Please go up and touch it. I do this for a living, and I appreciate people that can support what I do. Right up there, you see it right at the top of your screen is a like button, right? Just give it a touch. I know some of you watch and you don't touch it. You know that when you touch it, it helps me to keep coming back here to make a living for doing this, right? Not satanic yet banned when I claim Jesus is king, because we don't care, right? Yeah, if Jesus is your king, I want to see it. I want to see it with how you behave and how you talk to people. Just because you say Jesus is king, that doesn't mean shit until you are living it, right? If Jesus is your Lord, he is Lord over all. And that includes your courtesy, your kindness. Now, you're being a dick, right? You're copying and pasting your religion. It's not showing the lordship of the Christ. It's showing someone who's enslaved to an ideology that has no real life to give another human being, right? If your religion is life-giving, then people will see it. People will want it. You don't have to go around repeating phrases and being a nuisance on someone's channel and then whining about it when you get censored. Oh, let's see here. Thank you, my friend, for touching the like button. Striker, you got a question for you, then talking about Jesus? Go ahead. People who don't like dogs are mentally effed up. There's something inherently wrong with people. Well, sometimes, I mean, not the animals in general should appeal to your heart, right? But maybe some trauma happened. Someone was bit by a dog. Maybe there's allergies. You have to consider that, right? I mean, I love all animals. I do. But I understand that not everyone has that capacity, right? Pay them no mind, Bard. Well, I have to, because they help us to teach, right? These people with their negativity, they allow a teaching moment, so we give them mind. Yep. Jesus isn't Lord and Savior. No, not for me. There's no need for salvation. You cannot prove to me that I need to be saved at all. Yes, it is a rabbit. You see it? There's a rabbit on my walking stick, John. Sometimes dogs, small people, yeah. Sometimes people have bad experiences, right? Sometimes people have mental disabilities, right, that need time to heal before they can love animals, right? You grew up with asthma, couldn't breathe around dogs. You never had one until the last 11 years. See, all in good timing, right? Your roommate is a Christian. I am part of the Druid path. We are chilled with each other. Yeah, you could be a good Christian and be a Druid. That's how I started out, right? There's lots of stuff in the Christian fathers that is about Druidry, right? Mostly the Eastern Christian fathers, I would say, right? The spirituality of Hesychism, for instance, is spirituality of a Druid, right? Can I read your question? No, I'm not going to scroll up. You have to understand, there's thousands of comments here. You just say it again. I'm scared of strangers, of dogs, because I have no idea if their dogs are aggressive or not, right? Yeah. Why am I dressed up I'm a bard, damn it. I dress up like a wizard in the evening. I have a wizard hat and a beard. That's when you know I'm a wizard, right? The Bible is a lengthy fictional book, homie. No, it is a mythology of a people. It is not a fiction. Fiction is a particular genre. Mythology has a context and purpose that deals with the psychological domain. Do I follow the Gospels? No, I do not. I think what we know from scholarship is that only 20% of the words in the Gospels are his. And with this 20%, there's a context created around it that distorts its value and truth. Jesus inspired by Dogda? Well, you have to understand everything of Dogda comes from Christian monks. They preserve that tradition. So I'm sure they put some spin on it. Like the Dogda's cauldron is the Eucharistic cup. I mean, that is obvious for people who understand the symbolism. Bard by morn, wizard by eve. Yeah. How long does it take to walk from the Shire? Oh, just a few hours, right? The hare is a fluffy, cute animal. No fierce predator can catch. Yeah, I love my rabbits very much. Yeah. All the words in the Holy Bible are from God. Prove it. You can't prove any of that. I can prove that they're not from God, because God is not an asshole. He would never tell you to murder children, right? You would never boast about raising an army to grape women. I mean, these are terrible things that a God would never do. That is good. To mix sources allows you to move quickly through the underworld to paradise. Yeah, the Egyptian mythology has a great, healing. The Egyptian Book of the Dead. It helps you to deal with all the terrible things you've done in life. So it prepares you ritualistically, right, for that moment where you are being measured, right? There's a lot of good stuff in Egyptian mythology. What's interesting about Egyptian mythology is that the Coptic Church continues the mythology. They have ankhs on their altars, right? They have the same language. The Coptic language is still used in their liturgies, right? You could see the ancient Egyptian spirituality within the context of the Coptic Christian Church, right? I don't believe in sin. Yeah, it's all bullshit. Yeah. There's certainly good and evil. That is it. But the idea that you're pissing off a God and you need to be saved from it is erroneous. I don't follow any scripture. I use scriptures that have value. The stuff about that makes God look like an asshole, I reject 100%, right? I don't like the mythological term. It's because you're not using it properly. You're looking at mythology as a falsehood. That is not what if you take a course in mythology, you will learn that mythology is a way to help people take a journey. It is not a fiction. A fiction is a book like Dr. Seuss. The book Egyptian Book of the Dead is a mythology that helps you to go on a journey. It is a story that has psychological significance. The word mythology has been hijacked, but if you put it in its proper context, it is healthy and very important. Yeah. You pick and choose what you follow. Yeah, just like every other human being. And if you say you don't, you're full of shit. Yeah. And when Jesus saw the breadth of his domain and wept, there were no words to conquer. Now, that's not in the Bible. Bards, scallards, troubadours, performers, creative folk with storytelling abilities, poets, travelers who spread an entertainment, collective. See, the difference between a bard and a musician, anyone can play music. The bard has a certain context in terms of mythology because they help you to take a journey. The bard is the voice of the ancestor. The bard is the voice that helps you to connect to divinity. When they tell their stories, when they share their poetry, you're supposed to be going on a journey. Just because you memorize poetry and share doesn't make you a bard. The bard has a context in history that allows you to go on a journey. The voice of the bard is what I call this because I help people to take those journeys, right? I help you to connect with the ancestors. That is my gift, is my voice. I certainly have poems on the side here, but that is not what I do, right? How do you know what you believe is true? I will ask the same question of you. How do you know what you believe is true? Now, when it comes to God, I do not believe in God. I know God. Now, how do I know God? I feel it. I experience it within my being. I don't need to believe in it. It is here. I don't need a book telling me that it's here. The presence speaks for itself. The ancient Druids spent 20 years learning about knowledge with no writing. Yeah, you find that in all cultures, that oral tradition is very important. Like the Rig Vedas, right? The Brahmins, writing it down was something of an innovation later in history. The Brahmin class still exists, right? The idea is that you are receiving a tradition and you must hand it on. You had to memorize all of that shit, right? Writing it down came later on, right? Oral tradition is the foundation of all of our myth telling. Now, the problem with writing it down is now you're stuck. When I give you a myth from my ancestors, you're supposed to be now telling the same myth as a bard in your own way. You're adding your experience to it. You have been given a gift, and your responsibility now is to share that gift in a way where you add to it. You add to your experience. When you have a book, you're stuck, right? One of the things I don't like for some of my contemporaries is they look at the Mabinogion as a Bible. When you do that, you're stuck now, right? You should continue to tell the stories of the Mabinogion in your own way, right? You don't have to remain there. You should keep telling these stories in your own way. That is what myth weavers do. For each generation, there's a new storyteller that continues to tell these stories, but they do so from their own experience, right? Oh, Aborigines, oh yeah, one of the oldest traditions in the world of storytelling, right? Nothing's written down. If you know Aborigines, right, our friends down under there, there's a presence there in the way they share their stories, right? They don't need to write it down. You experience it when they tell you, right? What in the name of the Greybeards? This isn't Skyrim. This is Oblivion music, damn it. Skyrim is for children. Watch the Odyssey if you want to see a real bard. I haven't watched the Odyssey yet, but Virgil and Homer, I mean, the great bards of the Greek and Roman worlds, right? They were bards, right? They told these stories. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing the Odyssey. Right? I've watched the Odyssey films, going back into the 50s, right? All of these Greek films, growing up on that. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. For Ceridwen so loved the world that she gave her one and only cauldron, that whoever receives from it shall be inspired. Thank you, brother. Where do rainbows come from? Well, the science is there, but what's beyond the science? My ancestors believed in the fairy folk, right? That with every beautiful thing you see in the world, there's a presence behind it, right? So when I see a rainbow, I see divinity, I see beauty, I see uniqueness, not just a scientific. Science is a language of articulation of the world around you, but beyond that articulation, there's certainly presence, right? Am I a bard? Yes, I am a bard of the order of bards, ovites, and druids. Yeah. Thank you, Ceridwen. 3 hours long? I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to that. I'm probably going to wait till it's out on, streaming, because I don't have a lot of money now to go to the theater with my family. It's expensive taking your family. I got 8 kids, right? Well, some of them don't live at home anymore, but still it's expensive going to the theater. The Pope of Dope is not here yet. No, he is not here. Lewis, good to see you, Mitchell. Good to have you here. A reimagining of the spirit, yeah. Let's see here. It's interesting learning about the relationship between ancient druids and their kings. You're fascinated by it. Yeah, there's lots of beautiful stories our ancestors would tell, right? Lots of beautiful stories. Yeah, Merlin and Arthur, right? All the ancient bards, their kings were Arthur and they were Merlin, right? It's a story that keeps getting retold, right? I usually just watch the movies for free. You're lucky. Yeah, I have 8 kids and 3 grandchildren. I believe in breeding. Jesus loves me, is coming back soon. Well, I want to see him now. Why can't I see him now in the Christian church? Why, when we talk about church, you don't think about Jesus at all. You think about being judged. You think about guilt and shame and scandal. Where is he at? Not in your churches, that's for sure. Right? Andrew, nice to see you. Good to have you here. Our good friend. Yeah. The exploration station. Yeah. It's all true. Like, if I were to go to a church, or if you were to go to a church, what's the first thing you would think about when you walk in? Are they judging me, right? It's terrible. Are you a Freemason? No, Freemasons are my friends. I am not a Freemason. I have never joined any organization until I had it last time this year. 1 year ago, I met a Druid and invited me to join the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. And I knew that was a defining moment for my life. And I joined. I've never been a part of any organizations before. Let's see. You feel he has returned? He's been talking about it for some time. Probably. The Celts were talking about the cosmic web long before we knew what the universe looked like. Yeah, so were the Hindus, right? The mysteries of the cosmos. There's always been stories to tell about it, right? You knew I was kid? Yeah. You look like your name would be Dashil? Why? What does that mean? Hell and Jews. What the hell does that have to do anything here? What do you don't like Jewish people? We are all children of the earth, the womb, and love. Yes. That's one of the things, our ancestors, when they looked at the world around them, that was spirituality. We've been taught not to do that. So when we look at the earth, it's just dirt, right? You have to recondition yourself to see that the world around you is living. It has its own intelligence. It has its own being. It has its own purpose, right? And the earth is very much alive. The earth is a lady. The earth shares with you, right? I think that's very important to. One of the problems with like a modern religion is it doesn't teach that. Like the Abrahamic faiths, right? They don't see the earth as living. And it's led to the environmental troubles that we have, right? Now, unfortunately, like the idea of climate change has been hijacked by our politicians. So you don't know what the fuck you're listening to when you're watching the news about it. But it's certainly something that is very real. And it is something that could be easily healed when you start looking at the earth as a mother who wants to share her riches with you as a form of nurturing. There's nothing wrong with using the resources of the earth. You have to do it in a sufficient way. That's what, as we grow, as we mature as a species, we have to do that, or we're going to destroy ourselves, right? By our overindulgence, right? And we're going to destroy our earth, right? Let's see. You better get away from the Freemasons. Why? They're good people. The Masons help pay for my youngest, or not my youngest son, but when my son was young, he couldn't talk, and they paid for him to get speech therapy. I am forever indebted to the Masons. Now, what you're talking about Masons is all bullshit, right? Propaganda that is not based in reality. Every organization has its assholes, but the Masons, if you meet one, have a conversation with them about what they do, and you will find that everything that you have said about them, you've learned from like YouTube. It's not based in reality. Masons are a wonderful organization that help people, right? That help our world. What religion am I? Spiritual entertainment. Comedy and spirituality together here every day. Let's see here. Kemet and the Moors should be more widely known. Yeah. What religion do I follow? I just told you. Spiritual entertainment is my religion. The haters in here are so defensive. Well, that's understandable because you're all words on a screen, right? God bless them for that. A beautiful ring they did for your son. Yeah. I knew a Freemason. Cool man. Yeah. We have Masons in my community, on my Discord server that come on here regularly. And I am very grateful for them. Do I believe in the Holy Spirit? Certainly. How are you green screening on YouTube? How am I? YouTube allows you to do it. I use images that I find on Pinterest, and I put it on there. From the earth I shall rise to the earth one day. That one corn man video. I am not hating that, but do you all see this setup? What is the setup? I see an illusion. I don't see any setup. You are spewing your tiresome propaganda from the Catholic Church, pretty much. Yeah, the Catholic Church are the ones that invented these ideas about Masons being terrible, right? They tried to destroy the Templars, right? They tried to destroy free thinkers, perennial philosophers, because they wanted to control. And the Christian Church still is a delusional, right? You know, these, like, for instance, you go to a Baptist church, they start ripping on Masons, and yet they support their local politicians who are Masons. I mean, it's utterly ridiculous, right? Does AI help or hurt storytelling? Helps. It enhances your stories. AI is the way we're going to expand our consciousness to the cosmos. It is a very helpful tool. And I use AI every day. I use it in various capacities. I love using it when I play D&D because it helps me to show my players a deeper level of the dungeons that I give them. What is the Holy Spirit from your perspective? The Holy Spirit is the presence that is within you that's making you divine. Yeah. The Freemasons I knew said there's other organizations who knows the media and tells them that the Freemasons are satanic. Yeah, the Freemasons all they're doing is helping humanity. Yeah, that's what they're doing. I mean, now within Freemasonry, they have a history, and some of it's terrible. They had too much power at one time, right? You're just trying to help you guys out and spread my religion. I'm not interested in your religion, so you're not helping me. You're being a nuisance. Yeah. You have a lot of questions. I don't support Catholics. I'm here to be respectful. But sheesh, I see the setup. Yeah, you're living in an illusion. That's why. You see setups when there's none. Because I'm pro-Masonry, you think that somehow there's some type of Illuminati presence here. You are living in a falsehood, right? You cannot prove any of your claims about Masons. Yeah. Are you in video games? Oh, yes, I stream video games here every day, right? Not every day. It's a couple times a week. Like yesterday, we streamed. What did we stream yesterday? Case Animatronics. We went through that game. George Washington is a crook. Prove it. Prove anything you're saying. You can't. You're making all that shit up. See, illusions, they give you a sense of purpose, right? But it's all false. You're living in a falsehood. And you're going to continue to do so, unfortunately, because it gives you meaning. It makes you feel special, right? You're no different than a Christian fundamentalist. Kevin Howe, our good friend here, grandson of Gordie Howe. You have friends who are Masons and they're not the normie Christians. Yeah. Yeah. When I was a clergyman, we had Masons in our church. Yeah. Daformors, good to see you, our good friend. Good to have you here. Religion is a tool of enslavement only for people like you. Religion for me is a form of creativity, and not everyone's creativity is good. Yeah. Um, we are religious. There's only one religion. William Blake was the great bard in terms of telling us that we are religious beings, and religion is our creativity. We are part of the divine imagination. Isn't that what I'm doing? What? I'm entertaining people. That's it. I don't care what you believe in. I'm just an entertainer. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a prophet. I am a mere entertainer making my way in the world. Uh, Bard always misreads the comments. Yes, for fun. For fun. I'm also illiterate. Yeah. They hold back society. Prove it. See, you're living in an illusion. You cannot prove that society is being held back. You hold back society by choosing to live in an illusion, right? Yeah. Good afternoon, beautiful humans. Thank you, Gary. You are an atheist? Well, good. I have lots of friends that enjoy watching that are atheists. Yeah. The Masons, to be a Templar, you have to be a Christian. Pretty much. Satire is my thing, certainly. Everything conveniently ties back to the economic subjugation of third world countries. Christians have nothing to say when they vote for their politicians that actively destroy the homes of the poorest people. Yeah. Even in that, there's generalization, right? There's certainly problems with that, but not all politicians are evil, right? Let's see. I do some witchcraft every now and then. Well, enjoy yourself, right? I'm not here to criticize you. I'm just a mere entertainer. Yeah, I can't spell either. Witchcraft, right? We are witchcraft, Scooby. Witchcraft, Shaggy. Wow, water, witch rafting. You have given the best guidance I could ever been blessed to receive. Because of your words, I have successfully broken the chains of my own hatred. Well, thank you for sharing that, George. I appreciate you sharing that with us. Thank you for that's powerful, right? When you're able to dispel your own hatred that is rooted in illusions, right? It takes great courage to do so, right? Great courage to do so. And that is a powerful moment in your life, right? That you can move beyond your as long as you're in an illusion, right? In your hatred and everything, you stay in one spot. You don't grow. You double down in your illusion. You try to make it work, right? You give excuses for yourself, and you're really just making yourself miserable, right? It's all good, man. I will show you evidence. Go ahead. Yeah. Don't give me YouTube links. Yeah. The evidence is based in providing it here. I'm not going to look shit up, right? Religion is a form of psychosis. Prove it. You can't prove that either. I mean, that's just a ridiculous statement. Yeah. That's like I was a Christian fundamentalist. Now I'm an atheist fundamentalist making shit up. You would do well to learn from the great Sam Harris, a wonderful atheist who understands religion is us. It's part of our creativity. It does have value and purpose, right? Let's see here. I do know Freemason used degree. Yeah, you don't know shit about them. You can't know a Freemason unless you actually sit down and talk to one. Going to a YouTube channel or propaganda does not count as real research. If you want to research Masonry, you have to go to a lodge and talk to the people there. Learn their history, learn their experience, right? Yeah. I mean, it's really ridiculous. I remember us watching this one. He's a 32nd degree Mason. He was on a show. And this guy was telling him, like, yeah, you people are serve the devil at the 33rd degree. He goes, how do you know that? What did you watch, a YouTube channel to say that? He goes, I've been a Mason most of my life. I've been around 33 degree Masons. I'm 32nd degree. And what you're saying is epic bullshit. It is not rooted in reality, right? The idea of Masons taking over the world is nonsense, right? They've been around since the 1700s, yeah. Secret societies have always been around. Some of them are healthy, some of them are good. Mason, there would be no United States of America if there was no lodge, right? Where are we at? It's a big Satanist club. Yeah, it is, my friend Nibbles, right? Sam Harris is the man. His conversations with Dawkins are so big-brained. You learn new words. Yeah. Richard Dawkins, he's funny. He's very pompous at times, right? But I think Sam Harris, I think he understands. He doesn't discount religious experience. He just doesn't think there's some invisible God behind it. He sees it as part of our humanity. And it's certainly worth research and discussion, right? Natalie is here. True wisdom is realizing you actually know nothing. Our wonderful Reiki master, thank you for sharing that powerful knowledge with us about what wisdom is, right? Yeah, wisdom to me is a moment, is something you can touch, something that has a context. It is a lady, and she sometimes comes knocking on our door. Will you let her in? Will you let her reveal her truth? A young child could have wisdom. An old man could have wisdom. A notorious sinner could have wisdom, right? Whenever the lady wants to speak, she speaks, and there it is, right? I'm an old man. That doesn't mean I have wisdom, right? Wisdom is a great mystery when it speaks to us, right? Religion is a double-edged sword. It can be, right? It certainly can be, my friend. Hail Sophia, the great architect of the universe, drawing all things together, right? Natalie is like Socrates, yeah. It's Socrates. It will always be Socrates for me. Thank you, Bill and Ted, right? Jesus gives you wisdom. Well, tell us about it. What kind of wisdom do you receive from Jesus, right? Jesus is the Logos. Sophia is the wisdom, right? Hail Sophia. Yeah, there's a lot of mythologies of Sophia out there, right? I do not like the Gnostic teachings on Sophia because they make her look like a screw up. I think the idea that you find in Proverbs 8 is very good, that she is the grand architect of the universe, right? The universe is woven together with wisdom, right? And it is our gift to go and discover that, right? That Sophia draws out the best in you, right? When you search for Lady Sophia, right, this quest for wisdom, it's all around you. It's hidden, right? Druidism is when you realize you never stop learning and you don't know anything. Yeah, there's different aspects of Druidry, right? That the world around you is always speaking to you. Don't forget, my friends, hit the like button as you come in at the top of your screen. Yeah. Anyone can become a Druid. That's right. Not so with the Freemasons. That's correct. The Freemasons are a private organization. Druidry is intrinsic to your nature. And there's nothing wrong with having private groups. There's nothing wrong with it at all. Thoth created all your teachings. Yeah. The idea of Thoth, right? This wisdom of Thoth, right? The green tablets and so on and so forth, right? These are universal principles. Nobody creates these things. These are things available to all of humanity. And we find them in our mythologies and we give credit to certain gods. But everything of Thoth, everything of the green tablets, that's all in you, right? These, innovations throughout time, giving credit to certain individuals, these are helpful. But really, everything is in you, right? You don't need a guru. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a book. Everything is available within you if you're willing to look within, right? To go on that journey, to take Sophia's hand, right? It's all in you, right? Take care, Gloomy. Thanks for stopping in, my druid friend. I wish Masons had some esoteric knowledge or something. They don't know anything. They don't, right? That's all fun. They have intimate things that they keep private, right? Like in my organization, the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids, we have secrets that we don't share, but they're not like esoteric knowledge. It is intimate things that we keep private within our order, right? And that's what you find in Masonry. It's not like some secret wisdom of the universe. These are intimate things that they keep together, which pretty much you can find all out online now, right? Because even in Druidry, people don't respect the order, and they put all our shit online, right? We are all individuals, are we? What is individuality, right? We belong, in my opinion, there's no such thing as an island in terms of our humanity. We are one humanity, but in terms of our expression, we have our own experience of it, and that's when individuality comes. Individuality implies there is a whole that you're a part of, right? You know all your secrets. Oh my. Which was made effective the Catholic Church to smear Freemasonry. Yeah, that's unfortunate, right? The establishment take on being gay. There's gay Freemasons, right? I don't think they have any rules about what your sexuality is supposed to be, right? I'm sure there's lots of gay Freemasons, right? Are vegans devil worshippers? No. I mean, they could be if they wanted to be, right? Christ to me is an anointing of pharmaceuticals and an application of venom for cure. Oh boy. We love Anubis here, certainly we do. He's a wonderful psychopump, right? Orange juice. Good to see you, our good friend. The orange juice is here for your morning delight. A cup of orange juice to get you going in your day, right? Let's see here. The Freemasons are good old boys getting together. Some of them are, right? You can't expect everybody in Freemasonry to be a good person. We know from history of Freemasons, like in the United States, they had some notorious criminals that were getting a free pass, right? And that caused an outrage in the United States where they lost a lot of their power here, right? Yeah, forever. The Masons were probably into the the beginning of the last century. They were quite powerful, right? And they lost that power because of the public outrage in some of the things that were being done. Like if you were a Mason, you went to jail, you get a out of jail free card, easy. Didn't matter what the hell you did, right? They don't have that power anymore, right? Jesus is a metaphor of the sun. Yeah, one of the interesting things about Masons is that they're experts on this, star lore and solar lore. They take like the New Testament and they show how this is everything in the sky and stuff like that. Yeah, one of the by the name of Pike, I don't remember his first name. He was a great Masonic author who wrote all about this lore and stuff that you find in the Bible. Oh, let's see here. Let's see. They do, but at a lesser degree, yeah. Oh, girl Jamie, how have you been, my good friend, girl Jamie? It's always nice to see you. Yeah, but we were not outraged enough. Yeah. The Masonic symbol. Those are just that are rooted in the past. Every organization has symbols, right? This is a symbol of the Ovite in Druidry, for instance, right? It's on our courthouses, yes. Everything is built by Masonics in the United States. Yeah. Good morning. Our friend from the land of the ancestors is here. Blake, good to see you. If your boyfriend is a Freemason, he could pull strings out to get you off cottaging charges. Yeah, I don't know if they have that kind of power anymore, right? They did at one time in history. Um, you can see me. Yeah. Well, you look. What are you looking down my pants right now? The word hours comes from Horus. Yeah, probably. Yeah, most all of our days of the weeks are named after deities, right? Most of our ancient languages still are present to us, right? A fellow got arrested in front of me at work for arson, burning a whole church. Shit. You remember that band Onyx? Time to get live, live like a wire. Gonna set a church on fire. Yeah. Onyx, Onyx, Onyx. Yeah. Uh, let's see. Take the symbol off the courthouse. Yeah. Well, the symbols make up. It's like you take the symbols out of Washington D.C. You can't. Yeah. Yeah. What should we have in terms of symbols? All symbols should be welcome, right? Everyone's religion should be welcome here in the United States. We're not a Christian nation. We are a secular nation. And the idea that we need to have commandments at our courthouses and stuff like that, that is erroneous. Who funds the lodges? The dues of the lodge members, which is sometimes ridiculous, right? Did they create the mason jars? I think so. I think so, right? Masons are responsible for a lot of our modern architecture, right? And things that we have, good things we have, and the symbols we have, right? If you really think the Freemasons are cool beans, then you are. Then why aren't you one? I don't have a desire to join. I am a part of an order. I don't have any desire to be a Mason. I am only reacting to the propaganda because we have members in our community here who are Masons, and they are welcome here. And when people contradict them, I'm defending them. Yeah. Make a magician disappear. Oh, they can do that on their own, right? We had a grandfather funeral yesterday. The cathedral was beautiful, the stained glass symbols of the bleeding heart. Oh, that's beautiful. Was your grandfather Orthodox? I know that you have Russian Orthodox in your family, right? I'm sorry for your loss, Natalie. Thoughts and prayers and energies for this difficult time for your family, right? Sounds amazing, yeah. Freemasons are not welcome in your coven. Yeah, the Rothschilds and they fund them. Most of those families don't exist anymore, right? The power that they once had, that's all propaganda too, right? He was Russian Orthodox, yes. So I could imagine the beautiful liturgies. The Orthodox have beautiful funeral liturgies. Beautiful funeral liturgies. I'm going to put a rain cloud above you all. I reject your curse in the name of Keredwin. No, I've never read Ars Goetia. No. How many beers is normal for day drinking? Well, that's your perspective. I don't promote substance abuse. The idea of committing your life to day drinking, I think, is a terrible pastime. Having a few beers, okay. But the idea that you're making it a lifestyle, I think, is terrible. Do you think Machiavellianism can be helpful? For a new start, certainly. Christians come in here with so much hate, even though it's a direct violation of their instruction. Yeah, that's the contradiction, right? Yeah, I've never said anything bad about Jesus at all. Yeah. We all know that Freemasons are not welcome down in any coven. Well, why? Why does your coven discriminate, right? Why would a Freemason want to be a part of a coven is the answer, right? You're finding little images of saints and drawers and cabinets in our home. I use them to bless the house. You leaving them when you can. Beautiful blessing, yeah. Yeah, I still have iconography all over my house. I think icons are beautiful. I have like miniature icons and things everywhere around my house. Yeah, it's a beautiful tradition, right? The Orthodox Church knows how to do Christianity right. where they attract you into the beauty of it, right? Your bartender, I can message you on Discord anymore. It's not giving me failed. Why? What's going on, girl Jamie? What happened on Discord? Send me a friend request and we'll get that straightened out. What's going on the Discord? Our good friend, girl Jamie, right? I have not heard any prohibitions against you. We're going to get that straightened out. That's unusual that you would the having Discord problems here. You send me an email, girl Jamie, if you're having problems, and we'll get that straightened out. Let me put my email in the chat for you. Let's see here. Where are we at here? Let me put my email, girl Jamie. You send me an email. We'll get this straightened out. That's odd. That's got to be a malfunction because you're a wonderful community member on our Discord channel. So we want to get that shit straightened out. There's my email. Girl Jamie, send me an email and I'll get renew your invite to the Discord channel, right? Vagina Lover is here. Nice to see you. Good to have you. It's always nice to have a love interest in your life, right? Good to have you here. A person that we haven't seen in a while is our good friend Iceland. Some of you remember her. She was last under the guise of an industrial vagina punk. Has anyone heard from her? We haven't heard from her, and it's been about a month, right? She'd come on occasion, right? If you're out there, Iceland, we want to hear from you. There's people looking for you out there, right? Those are lukewarm Christians that show hate. What is a not lukewarm Christian? Right? What is the difference, right? You miss Cynthia and Lily? Yeah. We haven't seen Marilyn in ages. Yeah. Hafrana, we love you, Hafrana. Come back to us. Your broke moderator is Bhakni. I am God. My broke moderators, see, I can't support you if you challenge my moderators. Just because you give me $10 doesn't mean you're going to find my allegiance. My moderators are here every day doing the difficult work of dealing with people who are inappropriate, right? And they're a very important part of my program, and I support them all 100%. And so you're not going to buy my allegiance with $10, all right? The Greek Orthodox Christianity is one of the most sound of all the subjects. Yeah, the Orthodoxy has a better understanding of the sacrifice of Jesus. He is not sacrificed to pay off a God's anger. He becomes one of us so that we can become what he is. The idea of dying on the cross is not a way to make an angry God happy. The dying on the cross is to defeat the power of death, to overcome it. And the idea of resurrection is one of empowerment, so that one day you will be free from the power of death as well. So orthodoxy is a much better Christianity. What I don't like about the Eastern Church is the dogma. The idea that you will be excluded from the kingdom just because you don't believe in the virgin birth, right? The idea that you will be punished by your God for not following certain rules, right? That to me is deplorable in terms of religion, but they're much better than what you find in the rest of Christianity, right? Good to see you, our Australian friend. Good to have you here. The story of Thoth and Jesus are very similar. Well, certainly the story of Jesus influenced Thoth. Thoth is not historical. It is something that comes out of the esoteric movements of the medieval era. There's nothing historical about the green tablets. These are all innovations that certainly were influenced by other wisdom traditions. You feel that Orthodox just takes Greek Stoicism? Yeah, you could certainly find that in the Athonite traditions. Stoicism is the foundation for Hesychism. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Found. It's Mary Magdalene Day. Yep, it is. Carrie, Fiona is here. This is the translation of Cancer into Leo, right? Mary Magdalene Day. You have this important transition here. And, all of these Christian feasts, a lot of them have to do with the agricultural cycles, right? The way to make the world beautiful, to make it Eden, right? Having these feasts like Mary Magdalene Day, right? It has to do with the stars. It has to do with the world they live in. It's very important. Jesus cast 7 demons out of her. Yeah. Be kind. That's right. Tell them, Natalie. Be kind. Just found the corny chud section of YouTube. Holy shit. Well, I'm glad that you have left it. I mean, that's a part of your life, right? The corny chud section, it just draws to you. The algorithm brought you there, right? And now you're recovering. It's hard to leave that part about yourself behind, right? You see it everywhere you go because it comes from you, right? And that's unfortunate about your humanity. You don't have to be like that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who hurt you? Oh, Abysmal 420. Good to see you. Look at Pandora's box and the story of Adam and Eve. Yeah, it's all the same. It's just a different theology, different context within the people groups. They all told the same story, so they just did it in their own way. We have a comedian. Oh, Goza, bless you. And so does Zool. Yes, I am the key master. Are you the key holder? You want to have a good time later? Yeah. Elock 4200, good to see you. It's this guy. How goes it? It's going wonderful, my friends. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'm going to be here for another probably 30 minutes or so. And then I'll be back tonight for our Christian mission. Think about joining our mission. We have a 7 days to die server that is Christian, where we go out and save the souls of zombies. It's a very important work. The zombies are quite neglected. Think about joining us tonight on our Discord server, or you can join our 7 days to die game if you want to. I can hold up to 8 players. These zombies need salvation bad. All they want to do is eat your brains and shit, right? Am I a Scientologist? Yes, I am. Yeah. I want to go serve Lord Xenon. Every time I go to Hawaii, instead of Pele, I see Lord Xenon's love life, right? Pele is the lover of Lord Xenon, and him mating with Pele brought all life to the world here, Lord Zeno. Yeah. Oh, boy. Where am I at here? The real holy war. Yeah. I have the power of Greystone, which I believe is the wisdom, perhaps, who I have. Well, I have the power of Grace Skull, damn it. Think about that one, right? You love that game? Well, join us, girl Jamie. Go join us. We want to have you on there tonight if you're available. We have a good time on there, right? Yeah, hopefully we can get your Discord problems settled, right? We want to get you back on there. You're a wonderful community member. Praise Zenu. Yeah. Much love, Father. Glad my sleep schedule just got fixed. Unfortunately, it feels like you needed You needed to relapse on your alcohol binge to achieve it. Insomnia, PSTD, drug abuse disorder. Am I right? Your schedule just got fixed. Unfortunately, feels like I need to relapse. No, you don't need to do that. Stop making excuses for it's wrong, right? Get a good community that is there to help you. Go to a 12-step program. Substance abuse is destroying you. Don't use it as an excuse. You have the potential of doing great things, but you have to learn to deal with your substance abuse problem. The whole idea of addiction, right, is a call to greatness, right? You are just looking in the wrong place, my friend. You are looking in the wrong place. There's so much for you in life, but you have to slay your dragon. You have to put your dragon away in its place. The dragon is there for the journey, so you could get that treasure, so you can get the damsel in distress, right? You have to be willing to conquer that, my friend. Where is your 25-mile radius? In my pants. That's where it is. In my pants. Where am I based? I am in Central Florida. Get better potions. I'm working on it. Yes. The quest for the Sorcerer's Stone for me is like the cure to erectile dysfunction. One day I will achieve it. Yeah. Oh, man. You will find me? Well, I am well armed if you are threatening me, right? Yeah, you're not going to take my staff. I'm sorry, sir. I will defeat you. There's no way. I'm well protected. I have well resourced. There's no way you're going to defeat me. Yeah. What am I doing? Entertaining people. Why are you so hateful? Yeah, why? Yeah, you don't have to be a dick, right? He is only upset because he was on here talking about Egyptian religion, and then he started talking about Masons, and I told him he was living in an illusion, and now his penis has gone limp, right? And now he is, coming up with all this bullshit, right? Yeah, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you. I need to respect our people. I don't respect illusions. People living in illusion. I will never respect that. No. Oh, my. ELP. You're going to be at the mission tonight, my friend. The zombies need you. They need salvation. Is the Holy Spirit from God? It's from you. Yeah, your spirit is quite holy. Don't live in this bullshit where you need a spirit to be holy. The Holy Spirit has always been a part of you. There's never been a time you've been separated from God, right? You are holy. Yeah. God is the Holy Spirit. Yeah. What time tonight? 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Jamie. 6 p.m. we're going to be playing. 6 to 9 is the normal Wednesday night stream, 6 to 9 p.m. Yeah. You love watching the game? Yeah, we have a good time on that, right? You'll be there tonight? Yes. You're going to be there saving the souls of the zombies, my friend? Yeah. And resorts to threats and violence. Yeah. Well, like a child would. Yeah. Yeah. If you can't take criticism, right? I'm willing to be criticized. I'm willing to be wrong, right? When you have to resort to violence and threats, that only proves that you're wrong, right? That only proves that you're wrong. The Freemasons have a profiting system. Point to a homeless unemployed. Can you point to a homeless unemployed Freemason? Certainly. There's a lot of our veterans who are Masons who have been homeless. That's a generalization. This is well documented. The idea that this is a class structure. Not all Masons are wealthy. I mean, that is propaganda. There's certainly veterans who are Masons who are living on the streets right now, right? That is a well-documented fact. Yeah, and for whatever reason, right? Morning, Bruce. Good to have you here, our friend. Saint 10 is a well-documented Masonic live streamer. Yeah. You got a new palladium, coated necklace, palladium. It's cool because it is brighter than gold. Well, that's beautiful. Yeah. Lotto gameplay, it's good to see you, our good friend. Hope you are doing well. Good to have you here for your name. Can you not name one? Yeah. Why do you got a boner for the Masons? I mean, really, can you not name one? You are generalizing. Yeah, that's like the Christians. Can you prove there's not a God? Can you prove there is? Right? I don't. You can do your own homework. It is well documented. The homeless population of some veterans, yeah, that are Masons. It is not a secret. You could Google it probably and find out. You can do your own homework. It's your burden of proof. No, you made the claim, sir. You have the burden of proof. Can you prove that there's not Masons that are homeless? You made the claim, not me. Everyone has the Holy Spirit. In your opinion, can you back that up? Can you back up that there is no Holy Spirit in you? First, right? I know that I have the Spirit because I experience it. And I don't think I'm any different than any other human being. So that is the only way I can demonstrate that, right? Now, what you're going to do is use the Bible to come up with some bullshit philosophy where we're separated from God. The idea of being separated from the God is an ontological impossibility. You would cease to exist. In him we move and have our being. That's what you should take from your book. God is, Jesus is real, and there are evidence. Yeah, sure there is. We all have a life. I'm not playing your game, Nibbles. You need to grow up. I don't know why you got a boner against the Masons, right? I'm not playing your name. Can you not name one? No, you can't. You're generalizing. You made the claim that all Masons are part of a wealth-structured class. And that is bullshit. You cannot prove that. You made that claim. You're going to a YouTube streamer and saying, oh, he has all the answers. That is erroneous, right? Let's see. Bard, you look good when you're back. When you back that mass up. Oh, you used to be interested in Masons? Yeah, they are an interesting group, right? And we have good members here who are Masons, and I appreciate their support. I appreciate them being in my community, right? You did make the claim at all. You said that Masons belong to an economic class. You said, is there any Masons that are homeless? You are making a claim that is not based on evidence. You are generalizing based on your agenda-driven thought. And that's all I want to talk about it with you. You're just repeating yourself now. I was impressed that a shadow being could be outside when the sun was up. Ooh, shadow beings are fun, right? Shadow being. Here comes Roblox Christianity. Sabluko, you should come to our 7 days to die server. We're saving zombies for Christ. There, Sabluko, you should join us tonight. I even wear my clergy shirt when I do it. Good to see you, friend. I can't pronounce your name. Kiki is here. Good to see you, Kiki. What is this, Satanism? Yeah, sure, we can be Satanists. Why not, right? We love shadow entities. They're fun, right? Lots of fun, shadow entities. We save them. That's right. Zombies need to be saved too, right? Just like on your Minecraft Christian service, you go out and save Steve and stuff, right? Did you see the Minecraft movie with Jack Black? I mean, that's a great example of Christianity right there, right? We save them. That's right. Jesus was executed for his crimes. Yeah, fuck off. He didn't traffic children. I mean, that's so stupid. Where are we at? The people arguing Satanism are seeing a pentacle as abysmal. Yeah, that's just ignorance, right? They are all ignorant. Have I ever believed in God? Yeah, I used to play make-believe as a child. Yeah. Watermelon juice and ice cream. Oh, shit. Kiki here, experimenting. That's something I've never had. Watermelon juice and ice cream. That would be an interesting combination, right? Let's see here. What is a Freemason? They're an organization that has roots in the the Templars. They're like a men's group that has like a perennial philosophy of religion, and they have secrets and stuff, right? They're all over the world, right? What religion is this? You're confused. Entertainment, spiritual entertainment, and nothing more, nothing less, right? Technically, you're an atheist. No, I'm not an atheist. I'm not at all. Nope. I just don't play make believe. Make believe is pretending there's a God. I don't need to pretend. I know God. I don't need to pretend. Spiritual entertainment, right? Shadow entities operate in the day. You scoot them out of your house every once in a while and get the hell out of here. Blended watermelon and ice cubes. Oh, shit. Now that's a different combination right there, right? You tried it with vanilla ice cream too. It was yummy. I'm more agnostic, certainly. Where are we at here? Let's see. The Abrahamics think anyone who doesn't believe in Jesus is an atheist. Yeah. It's a false dichotomy they create to criticize you. Yeah. Gives them that fuel for fire, right? Don't forget, my friends, hit the like button as you come in. Almost at the end of the service here, our spiritual entertainment religion. They have half elves, half orcs, but not half elf orc. Yeah, why can't we breed elf and orc together? It's unfair. The D&D needs more diversity of races, right? Why can't we have a half elven halfling? That would be fun, right? Oh man, where are we at here? This is starting to make more sense. Is it really? Have you come here for sense? Or have you come here to push your propaganda, to push your religion on us? Is that what you're doing? Right? Jesus is your king. Well, Caledon is my queen. What can I do to make a lot of money to give to you? Prostitution helps. I do it on occasion. Yeah. Father Bard is just enlightened. I feel if you attend his services, you will know what he stands for. If you feel the need to put labels on him, you're not a real one. Yeah, Mark, all of the above. You prefer Gnostic or Buddhist? Yeah, I prefer just entertainment, spiritual entertainment for me. Yeah. You've come here to understand what you believe. No, you are not. You've come here to push your religion on us. You pretend to want to know what I believe so you can try to prove it wrong. You've come to have a one-way conversation. We know all about your bullshit. You can just move along, right? We all stand for something a little bit different, but it's all more or less the same. Yeah. What the hell is going on here? Spiritual entertainment. It's quite simple, right? Una mas, our good Hare Krishna friend, good to see you. Jesus Christ is God. Good. I don't care. I don't care. I don't have a problem with that. You don't need to convince me. I will move along. Good. Goodbye. Go find another place where you can do your Christian apologetics. Not interested in your bullshit. Instead of act, react, debate, win, lose. Yeah, we're not into that shit. I only believe in my Lord El Hilo Dai Pyrogani, who is the son of El Pyrogami, for your entertainment, so his group, Lost Pearls, so we could shrine. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I'm sorry, I'm illiterate. I can't read any of what you said. It's like speaking in tongues. I'm reverted to Pentecostalism. You have more respect for Druidry and covens than the freaking Masons. Who cares? I don't. What is spiritual entertainment? You will find that modern Druids, you can be anything you want to be. There's no dogma, right? There's no dogma. You could be a Mason and be a Druid. In fact, the Masonic Lodge carried Druidry through a period. The Lodge is responsible for reigniting the fires of modern Druidry. So we have a lot to owe to the Lodge when it comes to Druidry. You cast Ball Twist. Ah! Oh, my Rita! Oh, please don't cast spells on me. Your dad was a mobster. There we go. You want to throw a net? Oh, shit. What is the strangest form of divination you have ever heard of? Well, we had a pizza diviner on here the other day. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, you can't prove they're corrupt. You're making all of that up. I sense a bit of jealousy, Nibbles. Maybe meditate on why you hate. Yeah. Is a Freemason a soldier? Freemasons can be soldiers. Yeah. You'll find in the military a big presence in the United States of Masons, right? You will find a lot of them in the military. Most of the politicians in the United States are Masons, right? At some point, right? That doesn't mean they represent them. I mean, that's what they joined in, when they're younger. It's like a Protestant men's club we're all in the United States, right? They have their own way of doing religion, and they do good deeds together in the communities, right? Hawaiian pizza night for Vixen. Yeah. You've given examples of the corruption get out of jail free card. Yeah, that doesn't mean that all the masonry is corrupt. I mean, there's corrupt druids. We get them on here once in a while. The gatekeepers. I mean, there's corrupt witches. There's corruption everywhere. I mean, that doesn't mean that all Masons are corrupt. I mean, that's ridiculous. There's nowhere in their philosophies that you will find the drive to destroy humanity or stuff like that. I mean, that's ridiculous. But I don't want to talk to you anymore about it. You seem to got a hard on for them, and I don't want to contribute anymore to your erection. Some weird medium told me an Egyptian will come for me when you die. Well, that will be Anubis, the psychopomp, right? Anubis is a guide of the dead, right? And a lot of our ancestors had, like Hecate's got dogs. You will find dogs with the Morrigan, right? Yeah, the dogs are part of our ancestors' understanding of guardians of dead places or guides, right? Abrahamic base Solomon in the Bible in modern times, yeah. Peter Thiel and his cult. Oh, damn. Yeah. Is it a big deal? It's a global deal, right? Jesus loves me. Thank you. Unknown, known. You're a kid. Don't come here, please. 18 or older. You're not welcome here. Please leave if you're a child. I do not talk to children. This is a terrible place for young people. There's people that talk about inappropriate things. Please leave. This abysmal, we made an impact on your life. Isn't that wonderful? Right? Thank you for sharing that. That makes me feel good that I've helped someone, right? Do you think there will be some ultimate justice? Nope, not the way that you think of justice, that someone's going to get what they deserve, right? You have to understand something. These people who are our enemies, you would be in the same shoes as them. You would be doing the terrible things if you lived the life they lived. We share the humanity that is quite flawed in our decision making, right? In terms of justice, a father corrects his children, a mother nourishes their children. In terms of an ultimate reality, justice is healing. It's helping you to deal with what you've done. It's not a form of torment. It's not like the American prison system where you throw people in jail and you don't give a shit about them, right? Justice in terms of divinity is a form of healing, not a form of torture where you're going to get what you deserve. That is an evil God that doesn't understand human nature as flawed, right? Think about all the shit you have done in your life. That is terrible. We've all done terrible things. Should you get what you deserve for it, right? That's not how fathers and mothers operate with their children. You don't think bad people can really be happy? I mean, peace of mind is everything. Yeah. The idea of badness comes from choosing poorly what you think is good for you. So there is no peace, right? Oh, let's see. Oh no, I just want to know what. Imagine being so caught up in your hatred, you need a book to justify it. Yeah, that's what's unfortunate, right? With the way people do their religions today, they use their religions to justify their own problems, right? It's very unfortunate, right? A pentagram was originally associated with Satan in ancient times. Prove it. That is so stupid. It's not even historical. Not even true. Not even true. Um, it's sad they see spirituality in a book. Yeah, not in their life. They need a book to be spiritual. It's quite an unfortunate thing. It's all a scam, really. You have these people controlling you with their books, right? Our good friend Paul is here. Good to have you here, Paul. You read incorrectly. Ha ha ha. I can do what I want. Yeah. The idea, the association with the pentagram is bullshit. That it's Satanism. I mean, that is just ignorance. Now, Satanists use whatever symbols they want to articulate their whatever rituals they want to do, right? Like an upside down cross. An upside down cross is not evil. The way you use the cross is evil. The upside down cross is a symbol of Saint Peter, who was crucified upside down. Let's see here. So far, pentacle and pentagram are widely misunderstood. It's just sacred geometry, really, is what it is. Yeah, yeah. Stop roasting him. You all didn't type that he was defending the pentagram. Or he was defending it. I apologize. Yeah. You were told pentacles ward off evil and pentagram trap evil. You have to understand we're used to a certain mentality on here of ignorance. So when I see the first sentence as the pentagram being the devil, that's all I'm going to read. I don't need to read further into the comment, right? So I apologize if I got that one. Books carry energy and memory. Yeah, that's very important. There's nothing wrong with the Bible. It's how you use the Bible, right? Recent times, it wasn't tied to the occult. Reread it. Thank you. Yeah, I apologize. I apologize for getting it wrong. Yeah. Both are good. It's yin and yang. Yeah. The cross is more evil than the pentacle. It can be, right? Just ask our vampire friends. All of the suffering that they have to go through at the sign of the cross, right? It's very unfortunate. Oh, let's see. Both, yeah. You've heard the theory that Anton is definitely an interesting one. Yeah. There are octograms, septograms, and it's supposed to line up with the months. Now that's interesting, right? Druids are not Satanists. That's the Freemasons. Druids can be Satanists. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with. It depends on what type of Satanism you're talking about. Like we have in my community, we have people from the Satanic Temple. They can certainly practice Druidry if they want to. This idea that Druidry has dogma is really a farce, right? Yeah, there's no gatekeepers for modern Druidry. You can practice it any way you want. If you are of the Satanic Temple, you can be a Druid. It's yeah, I do apologize. I don't always get it right. Yeah. You have to understand my perspective of reading these comments. Some of it's just ridiculous, ongoing ridiculous conversation. 7 tenets of Satanism are sound, right? They're not evil. They're about the betterment of the society. Now, they're not perfect, but they're certainly they're not evil, right? Red is here. Good to see you. Anton LaVey was not a Satanist. He was a heist. I don't know. He seemed like a Satanist to me. Yeah, Satanism has many flavors, right? What am I doing? Entertaining people. Thanks for putting up with our ridiculousness, Bob. Oh, it's fun. It's fun to do. Yeah. Um, yeah, good to have all of our good friends here. You're not a Satanist, but I support. Yeah, I'm not a Satanist either, but I certainly support the Satanic Temple, right? There are good Christians out there. Being from the South, it's far and few. Ironically, you can be a Christian and a Satanist. Yes, you certainly could, right? You certainly could. But most Satanists are they are non-theistic, right? They are non-theistic. That is what makes the Satanic Temple really. Now, I don't like their rituals. I know most of it is show, but that makes me uncomfortable. I think they should get rid of the rituals, right? I mean, that is a show for most, but I think it is unnecessary. Yeah. Red is a Satanist. Yeah. Uh, Satan specifically probably said I'm not God, but I don't want people to be around me anyway. Yeah. You show me a happy, healthy atheist, and I'll consider growing a pony. There's lots of them. You're generalizing. There's well-rounded atheists that are of great health and are very happy and are very public, like Richard Dawkins. He is a healthy and a well-rounded individual. You're just generalizing. You don't need a religion to be happy. I mean, that is religions often make you miserable, right? Um, I'm sorry, some boomer working the AI autocorrect made a bonanza. It's a bonanza. Oh my, that's a show I forgot all about. Watching those reruns were no fun in the 80s. The Flying Spaghetti Monster is your savior. You are a Christian, you believe in Jesus, and I could still see the pentagram as a symbol not from Satan. Yeah, it's a Christian symbol too. It means the 5 wounds of Christ. You need one reason to not believe. You say, okay, Jews. What the hell is your problem? I mean, you are just ridiculous. What does this have to do with Jews? Oh man. The golden means is the pentagram. Yeah. The Venus movement in the sky. Most are philosophical, not worship. Yeah. The tenets is the best ability to understand science. Yeah. Spiritual entertainment, my friends. 7 days a week. I am here, and I have to get going now. I got some things I got to do this afternoon or this morning here. But I don't know if I'm coming back for gaming later. But tonight I will be back for our mission. 7 Days to Die server, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do some soul winning tonight. We're going to go out and convert zombies. So stay tuned for that, my friends. Have a great rest of your day.